Yo, what's up? My name is Jim Smiley, and if you are thinking about getting a Rane One, then this is the video for you. I'm gonna go through a quick run through on why this thing is so revered amongst DJs, why it's dope, and the pros and the cons. Okay, let's start with the pros. The pros are, if you are serious about DJing, you probably at some point want to purchase turntables. Especially if you like to scratch, if you like to battle, if you consider yourself like a DJ purist, you know what I mean? And since vinyl is coming back, I think it's just I think every DJ should know, like how to scratch like a 12-inch vinyl. So the best thing for that, in my humble opinion, is the Rane 12s, right? So I bought those and I did a video about that. You can check out, I'll put the link up. But I bought those and the Rane 70 8-track mixer, and I love it. The platters feel like, vinyl records when you're scratching them. The rotations are the same, The only problem with those are, I don't know if you can see them. The only problem with the Rane 12 is it's heavy as fuck. You don't want to have to transport that everywhere unless you have a crew or someone to help you. So my Rane 12s and my Rane 70 sit in one spot. You know what I mean? And I just practice with them, and then I use other DJ controllers for wedding gigs, for corporate gigs, for whatever gigs. I use like a SX2 or a DDJ 400, or I suppose now I could use the Rane One. The Rane One, I don't know if you're familiar with the SX2, but the Rane One is about it's actually, I think it's a little bit smaller, but it is a little heavier, but it's way lighter than the Rane 12s. So if you want the feeling of DJing, like I said, like the purist, you want to, scratch, you want that feel of vinyl, this is the controller you want to get if you don't want the 12s because they're too big, too heavy, too expensive, whatever. This is the same thing, but miniaturized. So you have all the same features you have on the Rane 70, Rane 72s, right? So I'll just go through this real quick. You got, the platters I'm talking about. So instead of, the 12-inch platters, I believe they're just 10 inches here, but you still have all the textures and you still have all the features, of the vinyl platters. So it's definitely dope. You can turn the motor off. I think, that's a dope feature because sometimes you're not always scratching, sometimes you're just playing music. And a lot of times when I'm just working on stuff and just need to go back and forth in the track, I just turn the motor off and the track still plays, and then you can just turn it back on, when you want to scratch or when you're doing whatever. As you can see, everything's smooth. You can bring it back, you can scratch, it doesn't there's no break in the music, Speaking of going through tracks and stuff, you can do that up here on the search bar. So you can search through the entire song, pieces of the song, just go to where you want to. So that helps because I guess one of the cons is this doesn't have beat jump. So down here you have your hot cues, your save loop, your roll, your sampler, slicer. So I use a XP2, and I'll show you that later. I use an XP2. It's a separate controller to beat jump through things. But if you don't want to do that, you can also use this finger pad to go through the tracks. So that's dope. Like I said, you have your hot cues. I don't have this plugged into a laptop right now, so they're going to be green, but let me plug it in real quick, and so you can at least see what it looks like when it's on. Okay, so now you see you know, this winter red. I really wasn't prepared for this video, or like I would have like music queued up, but I guess I do have something. You know, fully functional. You know, you have your sampler, you have everything you need. The stop time is a cool feature, because if you want to like slow the track down when it's stopping, you can do that, you know, or you can just make the stop fast or make it super slow. So hopefully you can hear that. Moving to the middle console, it's just like any like Rane mixer. So basically you got, you know, your trims, you know, your highs, your mids, your lows, your low pass filter, your high pass filter, just like on any standard controller. And like my Rane 70, you can use effects that are in the middle of the controller. So they're both like identical, and you turn the effects on and off the same way. You can hold the effects and just let it go, or you can just leave them on. You know, just remember to turn them off whenever you're switching back and forth through the fader. The fader's dope. The fader's super smooth, and like, you know, it's made for like, you know, jog wheel like manipulation. So like, of all the controllers I have, this is like my favorite fader, you know. And down here you can change the crossfader contour. So if you want the song to come in quicker, you just turn it all the way here and the song will start playing immediately. Let me find something. Oh shit, I really wasn't ready for this, but you know, or if you wanted to fade the song in, you know, so you got that. So that's dope, because you have a lot of control over the crossfader, and that's good. This gives you a lot of control. You can really dissect tracks and do what you want to do with them. You have your cue mix down here, cue levels, your cues. You just cue up there in the middle of the faders. And then the right deck is the same as the left deck. Your range, your key lock changes the pitch or the time depending on what you want to do. Your loop, you know, change the amount of bars you want to loop. And that's just like the basics. So like the pros are, you know, it's like the Rane 8-track, you know, the layout's super simple and there's not a lot of excess, but you can still do so much with it. You know what I mean? I don't really know, you know, if I would have any cons. Like, it is still kind of heavy, but you know, as far as just like DJing any kind of event, you know, and small enough, it's compact enough, you should be able to fit it, you know, in your workstation. I would definitely say do it, you know. And then if you're looking to like upgrade to like the 12s, you'll already have a feel, you know what I mean, for how the platters feel. They just go up 4 inches, you know what I mean? So, you know, let me know if you have any questions. Check out the review on the Rane 12 and the Rane 70, because I kind of go into depth. But yeah, let me know, and y'all have a good one. Peace.